addition to raising their salary, we've also made subject matter experts like yourself. You can go teach journalism in any high school in the state, and we've got a teachers academy at all three of our public universities. So we're addressing it as aggressively as anyone.
Let's go to a CEO from KJAS.
Can you provide us with more information on the relief program? Like, do students have to leave their classes or their school districts to get that money? And how will that money, is there any like accountability measures to make sure that the dollars are being spent the way you intend them to be spent?
So the dollars are there for students as a scholarship, so their parents can have choice in their education if they're in a school for whatever reason that is failing them, or they need to somehow tailor their education. I think the program is pretty wide open. There's a lot of dollars behind it, and we're looking forward to distributing the monies.
So any mechanisms, do they have to leave their districts, like ESA program, or do they stay?
Yes, it would be the equivalent to education savings account. There's a student here from the U of A that was actually educated under the ESA program during his high school years. He was able to do that through the existing law. This is an expansion of those options.
Governor, given everything we now know about the audit in Maricopa County and the people conducting it and paying for it, should people trust it when their results come out?
Let's see what the results say.
So, do you think that they're credible enough for people to potentially trust the results?
I think that there have been 3 audits already completed. This is the 4th. Let's see how it differs.
Governor, let me ask a related question, not K-12. The presidents of the 3 state universities essentially told you what you can do with your order on masking. Are you going to do anything about it, or are you just going to let them get away with it?
People should follow the law, and when they don't follow the law, there's consequences.
What are the consequences
Well,
to the university?
I'll leave that to the courts.
What's your response to
Are
the
you
Biden
suing?
administration?
Well,
The Biden administration saying that we're going to take extra efforts against governors that will prevent schools from doing what they can to protect.
Did you read the letter
I did.
that the Biden administration sent?
I did. What's your
The
response?
letter was weak and pathetic.
So
Just like the Biden administration
Weak and
is
pathetic.
weak and pathetic on the border, weak and pathetic on the collapse in Afghanistan, weak and pathetic on their COVID response, and weak and pathetic on their attack on the Phoenix Police Department and Chief Jerry Williams. That's the Biden administration. Why don't they focus on their day job, take care of the nation's borders, and help Americans leave Afghanistan and leave schools to the states? That's how the Constitution reads.
So are you going to sue the universities or the
I
president?
said there are consequences for not following the law. They are in the courts, they are through civil outcomes, and they are through the budget.
But you haven't. But there is no case in
I
court.
said there will be consequences.
If the administration should leave schools to the states, shouldn't the state leave the rules about kids to the schools?
The state has provided maximum flexibility to the closest form of governance to the child, and that's the parent.
But if the parents want mask mandates or quarantining for kids who've been exposed, the districts aren't allowed to do that.
Then parents are of course allowed to determine what happens with their child. That's the whole premise of school choice. That's the whole premise of school choice.
What if they want their child in a classroom where the other children are masked up so that there is not, viral particles floating around the room?
They have the option for their child to wear a mask.
What's your response to Brophy with what's going on with Brophy right now?
Well, Brophy is a Catholic school, and it's an excellent school. And religious schools have protections, as they should, against government actions. So do many private schools. Everyone knows where I stand on this issue, and I respect others differing of opinion and to make the decisions under their authority.
Shouldn't kids whose parents don't have the money to send their students to Brophy have the exact same options?
Everyone can wear a mask. There's no prohibition on masks in Arizona. There's no ban on masks in Arizona. I wish you guys would properly report this.
But isn't that kind of sidestepping the issue still, that the masks aren't effective if most of the kids in class aren't using them?
There's a lot of mixed information around cloth masks to begin with. The CDC does make recommendations. There's higher efficacy with N95 masks, which aren't as readily available. But if a parent wants to follow that recommendation, I encourage them to do that.
That's it, guys. We really got to run. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Governor Doug Ducey